Are you going to talk about anything else today? Yes, I'm going to talk about how I'm with your mom now. I've become your stepfather. I didn't want you to find out this way, but it's time for you to find out. This is a profoundly important story. I don't understand. It's important for literally every facet of American politics. If you're a Republican, you're probably also questioning things right now. If you are a Democrat, you love this story because you, one, don't give a fuck if like other Democrats also get like Democrat liberal politicians get outed here because you just want the truth. And you're additionally excited at the prospect of MAGA Republicans also not falling in line with the Trump narrative this time. Are you Donald Trump? What do you mean? Why are you still talking about this Epstein guy? The only guy who's out there being like, why are you still talking about this Epstein guy? Can we move on from this? Is Donald Trump. Are you Donald Trump? Is Donald Trump in the chat right now? Oh, what are you doing? Still talking about this? I mean, come on, dude. Let go. Let it go, please. Let it go, please. Stop talking about this, please. Maybe. But I don't think it was a data throttling or anything like that this time. It did read as a data throttle, kind of, from my end, but quite a few LA streamers said their internet has been going down on an almost daily basis. What's wrong with y'all's ISPs? I don't know. It wasn't happening in New York, I'll tell you that much.
Administration into a mega massive crisis, and Trump at press conferences and the rest of it saying don't ask questions triggers the ultimate Streisand effect and is insane. So I don't know where in the world they're coming up with that plan. We'll continue to track this in live time. We'll cover the good Trump's doing, we'll cover the bad he's doing, to give Trump our ongoing advice. And I'm going to post a video later, do a live show today at 4 p.m. Central, breaking down what I think Trump needs to do to get things back on track. And that's release everything. That's why Steve Bannon wants it released. He went and interviewed Epstein. He knew him. Nothing to hide. You got Alan Dershowitz saying, release it all. Doesn't incriminate me. Okay, well, then release the whole thing. This is not going away. It's only blown up 10 times bigger. It's out of control. And this was so obvious a week ago. People said, oh, you're being a traitor. Say this will be a big issue. No, I'm seasoned. I'm informed. I'm involved. I know what's going on. It's insane. We'll cover it all at Infowars.com. Real Alex Jones on X. Pray for America. Pray for peace. Pray for President Trump. Do the right thing.
Why does Liver King look so weird? He's just a weird guy.
Set of pictures that were the back.
Here's Michael Wolff repeating his claim that Jeffrey Epstein showed him a Polaroid photos of Donald Trump cavorting with topless girls by Epstein's pool. Wolff says he believes the FBI took those photos from Epstein's safe and still holds them.
Snapshots, and among them, there are at least 3 that I remember. 2 of topless girls sitting in Trump's lap around Epstein's swimming pool, and then one.
Michael Wolff is a bit of a fabulist, I will admit. Okay, he is a little bit of a embellisher, which I feel like once you have that reputation as a serious journalist, then all of a sudden you're not so serious as a journalist, I will say. So who knows? But let's continue.
A stain on the front of Trump's pants with 3 or 4 girls laughing and pointing at it. So I have seen those pictures.
So what's your best guess as to where they are?
Well, I'm my best guess is that Epstein kept them in the safe. A safe was emptied out by the FBI. Where are those pictures?
Michael Wolff says Steve Bannon had become very friendly with Epstein. We know that to be true, by the way. That part is real. After Epstein's death, Wolf says Bannon freaked out and changed his phone numbers because he was afraid of his own connection to Epstein. He adds Bannon believed Epstein was killed.
One of the first phone calls I got when Jeffrey Epstein died, which was in the beginning of August 2019, was from Steve Bannon, and who had become very friendly with Epstein, and Bannon said, of course he was killed. Of course he didn't kill himself. And Bannon then began to freak out and change his telephone numbers, and a moment.
Why?
Because he was suddenly afraid. I mean, I think afraid of his own connection to Epstein.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I was never afraid, and I always take these things with somewhat skeptical about these things, and I'm somewhat skeptical, remains skeptical that he was he murdered? Yeah, I don't see that. At the same time, I'm not sure. It seems unconvincing that he would have killed himself the way it is described that he would have had to have done it, which is basically break his own neck.
Wolf says that he participated in riveting salons hosted by Epstein, which featured an extraordinary gamut of people, including former prime ministers or heads of finance in various countries. Vicky Ward fails to follow up by asking him who those high-level Epstein guests were.
From this quite extraordinary gamut of people who were there talking about the affairs of the world at an enormously high level, and at a knowledgeable level. I mean, these were some former prime ministers or heads of finance in various countries. I mean, again, I was there many times, and it was a kind of a riveting experience.
That's crazy.
Right. And of course, the mystery is, how did a guy who didn't have a college degree and had no real, formal training in anything, wasn't in the markets himself,
Who are the people? No questions on who the heads of state were? The fuck?
why and how was he able to command such respect?
All of this.
I mean, it's a good question, to be fair. I mean, it's a question that we know the answer to because it was because of his connections. Like, clearly, it wasn't about anything other than that. Nobody was there because he was just a fucking incredible conversationalist, okay? That's psychotic. Some of the wealthiest individuals in society, and I guess they were all there because of his amazing stock trading tips and his tax portfolio.